A lot of the work you do is very personal, is very on the ground, is very with women around the well, in clinics. You two have both literally seen children die on this work. How do you compartmentalize that? How, in terms of looking at the broader picture, how does that experience affect you? How do you move forward seeing some of the experiences you've had, but keep focused on the larger goals of the foundation and your larger personal goals as well?
I try actually not to compartmentalize it. And that sounds funny, but the thing that I've had to learn in this work is, so I was just recently out in Nigeria and I saw a young girl Fatima, who was 3.5, and she was very, very sick. And her mom was there with a 1-year-old in her arms. The dad was there. They'd taken out a loan to even get her to this clinic that I was in. It looked to us from the outside, and I had a few doctors traveling with me, they'd given her the wrong diagnosis, but they were going to move her, which was the right thing, to the next level up of the healthcare clinic, but nobody was moving quickly to move this child. And the family was going to have to take out, if they could find it, another loan to get her to this next clinic. And so her outlook was quite bleak. And what I try to do when I experience things like that is to not turn away from them. So in the moment I have to compartmentalize, but when I go back to my hotel room at that night or at the end of the trip, I try to take time somewhere before I come home and back to my busy life with 3 kids in Seattle and really process what I've seen and realize, the outlook for that little girl is very, very bleak. And you have to take that in, as hard as it is, and you have to feel how heartbreaking it is. And then I try to use that in other places in my work to fuel the work that we do, or to talk about a story like Fatima so people know what I actually see and experience. Because I think there's a thing that we sometimes forget, that this universal care that we have for our children, that a mom in the U.S. or a dad in the U.S. has, that is exactly how people feel all over the world about their child. Their child dying is as tragic to them as it would be to me if my child died. And we need to connect with that, because I think it's in that connection that we then decide to take action.